What's up, guys? Welcome back to Motorhome Mondays. Today's a bit of a different episode. I was at the NEC with Life Beyond Bricks, and I was planning on doing a Motorhome Mondays, but we were having such a great time. Questions were flowing, so this is a real long Motorhome Mondays. Let me know what you think of this style. I think I need to make another kind of series, so like an interview series. I don't know what to call it, so I've got Motorhome Mondays. If you can think of a series name for interviews, and if you like this kind of thing and you want interviews, then let me know. I sound a bit croaky in that because I've spoken to so many people over at the NEC this weekend. I've had such a great time meeting everyone. It's been absolutely amazing. Meeting people that watch the channel, other YouTubers, and God knows who else. It's been absolutely amazing. But like I say, this is a long episode, so crack on. It's a brilliant episode, so it's got loads of information for you. If you've got any more questions for John and Tash, then drop them in the comments below. They're going to come into the comments and answer them, and I'll do my best to help as well. And like I say, if you like this kind of style and you think I should start a series of interviews, try and think of a name, and then we will get that going, and then we'll see what we can do. But yeah, enjoy this episode, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy. Bye. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You know what day it is, Motorhome Mondays, but this one's a special one. Guests!
Hey! Life Beyond Bricks.
Yeah, John and Tash here from Life Beyond Bricks, and we are on locations. This ain't the motorhome. This is bricks and mortar.
Yeah, he hasn't upgraded.
Well,
I
wouldn't say. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, no, it's a press room. You know, allowed to do that. So we've got some questions from you guys and from myself to throw at them and see what we get.
See what happens.
So first off,
you make us cry?
Yeah, just try and make them cry.
Well, it doesn't take much from me.
So before we crack on to them, just try to explain what you're doing and what you've been, what your channel is and what, so who you are and what you're about.
Well, obviously we're Tash and John, Life Beyond Bricks.
Yep.
Been travelling full time in our motorhome for nearly a year now. So we sold our house, moved into the motorhome with our 3 cats. And we've spent the last year travelling the UK.
Yeah. Okay. Quit our jobs.
Yeah, quit our jobs as well.
Okay, what were you doing for work before?
I was a mechanic, technician.
Yeah, and I also worked in the motor industry, but I was in parts and service. So
that's cool.
We used to work together at one point, but not when we finished.
Okay, so that probably adds to being able to live together so much in a confined space, I suppose, which we'll come on to.
I was going to say, I'm surprised
because if you're working together, then also you could probably be easier to live with each other. So, what made you choose to live in a motorhome?
Well, we've been motorhoming for 5 years.
Right.
So we started out in a day van, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then from there we just loved it, really enjoyed it.
Yep.
Kept on upgrading our motorhomes.
And that was just weekends here and there, and
weekends.
When you can, and do a little week holiday, and that was it.
Absolutely, yeah. And then from there, unfortunately, John's mum passed away nearly 2 years ago now.
Yep.
And we'd always been talking about wanting to go longer term, and that was kind of the final catalyst that said, you know what? It sounds cliche, but life's too short. Exactly. Just do it. So we did.
So when you were downsizing from a house, how long had you been in that house, the one that you left?
Well, technically, I lived in it my whole life because I lived there with my mum growing up.
Right. Okay.
And then we've been together.
I've lived there 10 years.
Yeah, we've been together nearly 12 years.
So it was like 12 years worth of gear in there and stuff.
Basically.
And crap and
electronics, TVs.
So when you were downsizing, ready to move in, what was the hardest thing to throw away?
Well, for me, it was actually probably clothes, and because I don't have lots of like fashion clothes, but as in loungewear. Yeah. You know, slippers, trainers, that sort of stuff. For me, that was the hardest thing to downsize.
And for me, it would have been all the gadgets, all the electronics. That was hard to give up.
I know I suffer from electronics. I know Gadget John suffers from electronics and Geeky Phil, and we've got way too many, and half of them I don't use, but I need them.
Yeah.
You know, and then I see something else, especially when you talk to Phil.
Well, I haven't got them now, so...
Yeah, but then we see you guys and we're like...
But then once you throw that stuff away, it's hard throwing that stuff away or getting rid of it or donating it. But once it's gone, it's quite a relief, isn't it?
It is, because I obviously had to shoot back to back home to our storage unit stuff at his dad's at the weekend, and it was amazing actually. Going back, I forgot some of the stuff that I actually had there. So it does prove that once you've got rid of it and you've lived without it, you don't actually need it.
See, a top tip for the clothes, what I've seen beginner minimalist to do, and I have followed it for this, is you get your whole wardrobe, you turn all the coat hangers one way, you wear whatever clothes you do for the 2-week cycle of before you do your washing, for instance, and then everything you have washed, you put back the opposite way, the coat hangers the opposite way. You do that for 3 months, 6 months, 4 months, whatever, and then once you've got your end date, everything that's still facing the same way, you get rid of, because you haven't used in that time frame and you do not need it.
Yeah, that's actually would be a top tip for anyone about to do it.
And still, because I mean, mine it just creeps up. It just you're out and about. You think I need a new T-shirt. Yeah, but I get it.
Yes, you do.
And stuff just creeps back in, and then it's just full of crap again.
Well, we're about to obviously swap vans, so because we're coming to the end of our loan period on the Pulse. So I suspect that we're going to find this. We're going to have another cycle of stuff. How do you accumulate it though? Even in a van?
Yeah, no, it's just you're out and about, and you just, or you're going to go to an event and you buy a new T-shirt, and then that's it. Or you go on holiday somewhere, you buy a Cornwall T-shirt, and then you just acquire, or you get your own merch and you start buying your own merch.
You just live in this for ages, so, you know.
Yeah, I'm not a Slazenger today, not a Slazenger.
Oh no.
Yeah, not sponsored
by today.
No. So, what's the hardest part of living in a motorhome?
The hardest part? I don't know. What do you think the hardest part is?
Nice way to sidestep that question
and
think about it.
Hardest part, I think, because we've got quite a big motorhome, is finding places to stop the night.
Yep.
Especially if it's wild camping, which we don't do massively amount because we've only got quite a small battery, so it'll only last a night. Yeah. I'd say probably that. It's probably for me the most. Because we don't plan, we don't plan, I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here. So we just go somewhere and go, right, where are we going to stay? Which maybe we could do differently, but that's just the way
it's worked, isn't it?
That's just the way we do it.
So, I mean, have you had any really bad situations where you haven't been able to find somewhere and you're like, okay, we're now in Tesco's car park?
No.
Then it's not too bad then.
Yeah, it's never got that bad. We do have those situations where you're still driving around at sort of 9, 10 o'clock at night thinking, where am I going to stop? But so far, I don't think we've ever got anywhere where we've never been.
But then, I mean, it sometimes happens with, we stay on the smaller little CL sites, like caravan club sites, and that can sometimes happen with them. You can go to them and it might be like a complete dive. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, wish I hadn't come in, but then you're there and you've paid already.
We've been talking about this before we started filming, and I've been talking to the Caravan Motorhome Club about the CL sites. Now you've basically lived off CL sites, haven't you?
Yes.
Just potting around. You can't stay on sites for more than 28 days, I've been led to believe.
21, yeah.
21 and 28, depending on the council, I think it is.
Yeah, it depends on
and which whereabouts you are. They get the knickers in the twist, I don't know. Anyway. But you guys have been just bopping to CLs. It's mainly, that's your bread and butter, isn't it?
Yeah, literally. It's been like exactly what you've just said. It's been the backbone of how we've travelled because where you don't have to kind of book, you don't always have to book so far in advance.
No.
We literally drive somewhere, like you said, look on the app, say, boom, give them a ring, can we stay? Yeah. I mean, like you saying, some of them are a bit of a dive. That doesn't happen very often, I have to say.
Initially it doesn't.
But it's in the winter.
Yeah, it's because they are independent, and some people, obviously different higher standards, some people take, it's just I've got some space, there's 3 spaces, you can have them. They don't think anything more of it, But then other places are going to be like, well, this could be a nice little side business, and I really love it. I want to meet new people.
Yeah.
So they take massive care on it. So it's hot and cold, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry. One thing I was going to say actually is using CLs whilst we're travelling. That's also been amazing because we chat to the owners and we get to meet the owners, and they give you the best local knowledge. So they say to us, So
that's a good top tip.
I was going to say it's a massive top tip. Like if you're going somewhere away on holiday or travelling, chat to the owners, get to know them. They're lovely. They'll tell you the best places to go, the worst places to go.
I'd say that's probably the equivalent of backpacking, going to hostels.
Yes.
You go to hostels because they're the hub of information, because you've got other travellers and they go, you've got to go down there, there's waterfall, no one knows it.
Yeah,
it's banging.
Exactly, and that's
and
exactly
then
what's
you go to
happened.
these and they've got the owners. So that's a top tip.
Brit stops as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Brit stops.
Because again, that's the same sort of thing. The local landlords and stuff, and
local knowledge.
That was the best, the hardest. So what's the best part of living in a motorhome?
For me, it's just having my house and my cats and John everywhere I go. So I don't have to think. When you go away somewhere.
Beat that.
Right.
And you know when you go
Easy.
away somewhere and then you're on holiday and you have that feeling of like, oh, I've got to go back home and I don't want to leave
Yeah,
where I am. You don't get that because you've
No.
always got your house with you.
Yeah.
For me, that's my favourite thing.
I'm going to use the cliche answer, the freedom.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, it is quite.
The travel, the
Yeah.
freedom. Yeah, no, that
It's quite nice to just be able to choose. You know, literally, you wake up in the morning and go, right, I'm going to go to the Peak District.
Yeah.
You know, you can go to the Peak District.
Yeah.
You know, you can stay there.
That's it. Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. You're not tied to going home at a certain time.
No. So I mean, you've been doing this. So you saved up for this to do a year, and then you're gonna transition to back to your motorhome.
Yes.
And then you're gonna transition to finding a bit of part-time work here and there and things.
Basically, so because obviously the Pulse that we've been loaned from Erwin Heimer Group for a year.
Yeah.
Sorry, I probably should have said that to start actually. We got loaned that for a year to go travelling and just basically blog about it.
Yeah.
He had to do his C1 entitlement to be able to drive it because it's over 3.5 tonne.
Yeah.
So I actually still can't drive it, so I just get chauffeured around.
I did my C
Sweet.
instead.
Yeah.
So now I can drive like the bigger sort of rigid lorries.
So then
try and get some.
later on you can get some work and then just
fingers crossed.
top up the funds, then move around. Top up the funds, move around.
And that's
that'd be easy enough to do. That'd be easy enough to do. So.
Exactly.
Right. Next question. So you're married.
Yes.
What happens when you have crosswords? Opposite ends of the motorhome?
Yeah, basically.
Because I mean, I'm on my own. I have some right arguments with my own head. You know, I mean, why did you do that? I don't know. Yeah.
So basically that's the beauty of having a big motorhome is that we can actually he can be at one end, I can be at the other end, and there's
even a door. You can shut the door.
You can shut the bedroom door.
But that's not going to happen in the Adria.
It can.
Oh really?
Still a door,
Okay, so there is still
a
ends.
partition.
Right, okay.
So the
Still big enough.
The Sonic is still an A-class
Still
with a separate bathroom and toilet in front of the bed.
Yeah.
So you shut the door and you can completely pass
Right. The depth left is 7.4. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So being in close confined spaces, is it crosswords much? Does it get on top of you? Do you have to vent or just leave each other to do stuff every now and again? I mean, because I live on my own, I do not have that dynamic. I don't know that dynamic.
Yeah, I would say from my perspective, we don't argue as much. We do bicker, but we are quite upfront with each other.
Yeah.
So if you're annoyed, you just tell the other person.
Stand my way.
Yeah.
Give me 10 minutes.
You do it sort of straight away, so it doesn't
you don't let it boil in.
Yeah.
And then that works, and we've basically got into the rhythm of if one of you's doing something, then the other one stays out the way. From a space perspective. So if one of you, so it looks like maybe one of you's doing all the cooking, all the cleaning, whatever, but it's because it's actually easier.
You don't want me playing with my drone while someone's trying to cook.
Exactly.
Yeah, trying to do all my gadgets because I put gadgets everywhere, and that's just going to piss the other person off majorly.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I think, and what we were saying it before we were saying it during the filming, because we've worked together before, we're kind of used to having that where we're literally with each other all day, every day. And he's my best friend, so it does work. Yeah. So.
Right, so this is a bit of a long question that I've kind of put out there. Since you've both had the opportunity to live in a brand new motorhome which you've been loaned for a year, and you've both got your fingers on the pulse across the industry, visiting shows and things, so you see all the new ones. Regardless of manufacture, where do you see them failing the most in newly released motorhomes?
Ooh.
Failure as in
design, they're not keeping up with the times, they're costing too much, they're not putting freaking USBs in there.
I was going to say,
anything about the industry, because I mean, like you've had a brand new motorhome. Mine wasn't brand new. Not much changes once they're brand new to not brand new. Yeah. Apart from just a little wear and tear, but brand new as in yours is a 19 plate, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So that is like front line now.
Yeah.
So that should have the latest technology. Depends on the model, obviously. Yeah. So do you see any downfalls and all this and that?
I would say the manufacturers need to start offering because the Trima heating, the combi Trima is all like gas and electric.
Yep.
I think they should start already offering the diesel option.
Right.
You can actually get the diesel option of the same boiler.
Yes.
And I think they should actually be offering that like now.
I think they offer that in some of the real high ends. Like I looked at Frankia and they offer diesel heaters as standard.
Yeah.
We're talking like 170 grand.
That's it.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
100 grand plus.
Because
I mean, that's just...
The Truma is actually the cheapest boiler you can get at the moment. So, and it's pretty much fitted to every van. So they should really be already offering that as at least an option, I would say, because we sometimes find it difficult to find auto gas because we've got
they're changing it slowly, aren't they?
I'm guessing
I find that
there's more stations closing than there are opening.
Yeah, Shell are closing a lot, but I have seen in the last couple of weeks, I've seen a few new Essos open theirs.
Okay.
I think they're trying to creep in on the areas that are big. That Shell are closing, they're going to open.
Which I think they should.
Yeah, because when we found we travelled further north. They're fine. You're fine down sort of Midlands and South.
Yeah.
You can literally get auto gas anywhere. All the stations have them. But the further north you go, the less populated it is. You've got to travel 40 miles or 50 miles to go and get LPG. And we'll go through 2 full 13k bottles in a week.
Because obviously
we've got 5 degrees.
We've got a big space to heat. But from my perspective, I would say probably it's more to do with the options that are available on the van. But some of them, like power, they should be more. Like we had a massive motorhome, and this is nothing against the manufacturer or the brand itself.
No, that's what
I
said.
It,
regardless
of that,
any manufacturer,
you've
all
got
the same.
a massive van, and it's got one tiny leisure battery. And it's like that's why we can't sort of stay off grid. For
that's what I was going to say, because a lot of people say to me, because I'm talking to a lot of companies, are they going to give you a motorhome? Oh, it'd be great for you to get a motor, like for me to do a year in a motorhome. That'd be great, but it wouldn't work for me.
Absolutely.
Because I do not go to sites. I haven't been to sites for God knows how long. I think I was at one in Manchester two or 3 weeks ago, and that's the first one in like two years. So I don't plug in. I haven't plugged in for 2 years. So for me, I would not survive because they're not equipped with solar. They're not equipped with enough batteries. They're not equipped with inverters. Most of them. So I know they're all optional extras, but again, they should just be standard. People want their tablets. People want their iPhones. People want their laptops. It shouldn't be, you're going into a motorhome, you need to now not use any of that.
Yeah, exactly, because especially I know we're a bit different because obviously we live, as in all of us, we live in ours.
That is,
but even so, when you're going on holiday, people always take a tablet or, there's outdated options. So instead of putting a TV in, put more power options in because most people actually stream. Just keep it up with
they should
keep up with the times sort of thing.
They really need to keep up with times, to be fair.
So
so you haven't actually done much boondocking and wild camping, have you?
Well, we have. We do, when we can. We've done it a lot more this year, especially since obviously being able to talk to you guys about it a bit more and get a bit more comfortable with it. Because admittedly, we didn't wild camp a lot, did we?
No.
But then that's because we used CLs a lot, so we probably didn't really need. It was kind of that in between point,
but don't need it.
And obviously we were working, so we could afford to go to sites all the time. And we weren't sort of travelling around as much because there's only so far you can get when you've only got a week off work. You can only go within a couple of hours.
Weekend or
we do a lot more wild camping now because Britstops is effectively that as well. You sort of wild camping.
Because they run on the ethos of you have to be self-sufficient. It might come with toilets, it might come with Wi-Fi, it might come with electric, but you have to run on the ethos of you have to be self-contained within your own van.
Exactly, because some of them are literally just the car park.
It's just literally the space. The only thing that is guaranteed is the space for your 4 wheels.
But top tip that we found in the winter, Britstops has been amazing because you're pretty much always going to get a hard standing spot.
Yes,
so
you're going to get stuck like I always do.
Hey, we always do as well,
So we hang out with a lot of van lifers. That have motorhomes and self-builds. Have you ever thought about building your own? Or ever?
We did consider it, but I haven't got the skill or the patience to finish.
I ain't got no skill
to finish a van to a standard like Greg or obviously Gadget John's done a lot of work to his own.
I mean that's been ripped out and rebuilt so many times. It's like a self-build anyway.
It is.
I've never been massively good with working with wood as well, and all the vans are pretty much built.
That's what she said.
He was thinking I could get that in. But yeah, we were going to do it, but we didn't have the resources, i.e. somewhere to do it, the patience, because I'm really impatient, and just the time. It sounds, you know, when you're working full time, and we weren't ready to commit to that sort of, you know, every weekend, every evening. Being perfectly honest.
So when you have done wild camping, have you ever did the dreaded knock on the door?
The first time we ever did it, actually, we tried an Asda car park because we didn't know what we were doing, and it was going quite well. And then at about 2 in the morning, a drunk man came running up to the van, I kid you not, bashing on all the windows, running round the van. Of course,
I bet that scared the living daylights out of you.
And then we didn't try wild camping again for 3 years. But no, other than that, touch wood, we've not really ever had the knock, have we? Apart from that one.
Oh, that was a Brit stop, but it was because the pub was actually closed the night we went.
Right.
We didn't realise they were there. So the owner had turned up.
Yeah.
But we didn't realise we could have just popped our head in. So I was okay to, because he was fine.
Yeah.
It was just like, you know,
who are you? Yeah, but he thought we just popped up and he was Scottish.
But to be fair, that was probably one of the best Brit stops, because the next day we went in for a drink anyway.
And we met Colin.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And obviously, again, he had like really good local knowledge, and he told us.
He was lovely, but I think he didn't realise. He thought we'd just parked in his private land, and of course we were like, sorry, we didn't realise you were there, and he knocked the window and it made me jump. But that's the only thing.
And Colin said to go to Maryport as well, and that's why we went to Maryport.
Okay.
So
that's just outside the lakes.
Local knowledge.
So, what's the best place you visited on your travels?
Well, to be fair, I used to say North Wales because we just fell in love with Wales. I think everybody knows that by now. But when we were in Yorkshire recently, and then we sort of were doing all the national parks like the Peak Districts and stuff, being proper Southerners, we've never been there before. We've never had time to go there before. And
they think we talk funny.
Yes, they do. I didn't realise how much we stick out until we went north, and people were like, "Oh, you're not from round here," and we were like, "Oh, we've never stuck out like that before," and we couldn't understand what they were saying either.
When they talk to each other,
proper Yorkshire,
it sounds like foreign language. You're like,
what? So that did actually blow my mind.
So Yorkshire view, whereabouts for you?
I think literally we've just done the lakes. And when we drove over that pass over the snow-capped mountains, we literally drove through the snow and then back down the other side to the Area Falls.
Area Falls.
Something like that. So
well worth it,
Oh, 100%. Go there, do it.
Right. You got 3 cats?
Yes.
I've heard a few questions about it. How did they find moving into the motorhome? You had them before, So how did they transition from going from the house to the motorhome?
Well, when we knew we were going to do it, we started to slowly put them in. Well, first of all, put them in the motorhome without actually taking it anywhere, so they could sort of go around.
You had to acclimatise them a bit.
Set it up.
And then we started going out for short little trips with them in the motorhome.
Okay, just like to Tesco's or something.
Literally sit there for an hour so they can.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people want pets.
You
know, and obviously, you have to be as.
You have to
consider it as possible.
Oh, absolutely. So yes, we used to live near the beach, didn't we? Down the south coast. So we used to take them to the beach for a couple of hours.
Okay.
Let them mooch around in the van, and if you ever do it with a cat, scent it up. So get something from the house, put it in the van, because then that's what they recognise, and then they start to chill out. The first few times were horrendous, and we genuinely thought this wasn't going to work. Persevere, because we get asked about cats quite a lot as well.
But they do. They are adaptable cats.
Yeah.
It is really difficult, but they will eventually adapt.
So have you had any incidences where they've run out of the door, and are you afraid they'll run away?
Yes, so we have had an incident where they've escaped out the door.
Right.
But thankfully, we obviously shot out after them. To be fair, I think once they got outside, they panicked and didn't actually know what to do.
It froze like a deer in headlight.
Exactly. So actually, we were able to herd them back in, and they were like, "Oh, actually, it's not that
It's
exciting.
not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's a bit nippy out there.
Yeah.
But we take them out on leads anyway most of the time.
Yeah.
There's a particular time where Tinkerbell chased a squirrel up a tree.
So someone asked me this morning, so it's a fresh question.
Okay.
If you were to find out that you were having a baby today, would you end van life and go back into a house?
Honest answer, at this particular moment in time, no.
Okay.
No. We might have to obviously consider changing it slightly.
Yeah, and adapt things.
Or adapting it, like
A
perhaps...
birthing pool.
Yeah,
In
just
the
casual,
back.
in the back, casual.
Yeah.
But we might have to consider adapting it slightly, because we've always said that we were going to buy a house, but now we're thinking we might actually get land.
Yep.
So it could be that we have the van still on the land and get something static on there. Like, there's ways around it, but van life wouldn't end.
Yeah.
Okay.
We wouldn't go
I
back.
agree with that.
Yeah, we wouldn't go straight back into. Oh, I'm glad, but that's good to know.
Yeah, it's good to know.
Found that out. So.
Right. So apart from the Nike, just do it.
Yeah.
That advice is normal. Any hints, tips, or advice that you'd give to someone that's watching this right now and thinking about doing van life?
I would say look at your layout and how you use the van.
Layout's key.
Yes, because we've been through 4 vans now. Because obviously we got one, tried it, dipped our toe in a coach built, liked it, but realised it was... So yeah, I would say think about how you use your van. So are you someone that chills inside it a lot? Do you chill outside of it a lot?
I use the example of, are you a mountaineerer, so you need all your gear, so you don't give a damn about a sofa? Or are you someone that likes to Netflix and eat a bowl of popcorn?
Yeah.
Because you're going to have 2 very different layouts.
Yeah. Absolutely, and also things like if you've got pets, consider the space for them. So we've got an A-class. It sounds ridiculous because our cats like the dash, because then they've got somewhere to go and lounge and chill out.
Sunbathe, I suppose.
And sunbathe and basically get all the attention through the window. Yeah. We always have people like up at the window, so then we get the rest of the van to ourselves. And like you say, do you need a garage? Are you going to have loads of gear? Because obviously we have a motorbike. Yeah. So that comes with a lot of extra gear. So a garage for us was...
Is that going to go on the back of the Adria?
No, it goes in the garage.
Oh, the Adria's got a garage?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, and a fixed bed, that sort of thing, you know. So.
Anything to add to advice to, or hints and tips?
It's pretty much the same, but plan. Make sure you plan it and get the right van, the best van you can get.
Yeah, the best van for the budget.
Spend your money on the van.
Yeah, don't be afraid
make sure
to
it's
spend
mechanically sound and it's not from
that's definitely
reputable sources.
Yeah, you want to try and get as best you can.
Yeah.
So last question.
Okay.
You've both been doing it for a year. What's next? What's the next plan?
So basically, we're like you sort of said earlier, we're transitioning into our own van.
Yeah.
But we love it so much, we're not ready to go back to our old traditional life. House, job,
that sucks.
That sort of stuff. The thought of it now, I can't cope with it. It stresses me out. So a bit like we were saying earlier, we're just going to plan to try and find some work.
Bop around here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, we still haven't finished the UK. That was our mission. Our mission was to prove that.
Whole year.
We haven't even touched the surface.
No, there's loads more to do.
Literally haven't even scratched the surface.
So basically just keep on rolling.
Yeah.
Just keep going for as long as we can, that's our plan.
And then visit more places, more meetups, more videos.
Meetups. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, that's it, guys. If you've got any more questions, drop them in the comments below. I'm sure you guys will be in the comments to answer any comments and questions that come along. So take it easy, guys, and we'll be back next week for another episode of Motorhome Mondays.
Great.
Cheers, guys. Bye.